I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk to folks from the VTuber community about their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We're joined by Sato. Hi, Sato.
Hi, hello.
And would you introduce yourself to everybody, please?
Hello there. My name's Sato. I am a 20-year-old VTuber who kind of just does stuff, like on the fly, Um, I'm disabled, but I don't try and let that affect me. You know, I I try to do my own thing, but not end up even though that may not end up looking good, I try and improve on it,
Well, I
pretty
just
much.
I just saw you in a stream, and you were doing a modded version of Left 4 Dead. What was that all about?
So usually I try to do stuff that's like out of the box, because most of the streamers sometimes they try to hop on to like I guess like what's trending and stuff, I guess like even though like
Well, yeah,
what's trend.
I know what you're trying to say. Whatever's the most popular game at the time, and it kind of understand what they're trying to do, but I've always thought here in watching VTubers that people are coming more for the person playing the games rather than the games themselves.
Yeah.
I think that makes a big difference, and whatever you bring to the table, it's kind of like the old radio days where you could hear that song on every different station, but who's playing it? that's that's
Yeah.
kind of the difference. When did you get
Yeah.
started with the VTubing? When did you start?
Around 2021 when the pandemic, like around like 20 like late 2022, early 2021 when the pandemic started.
Yeah, well, that's a good time for everybody to get started. We were all cooped
Yeah.
up at that point. And
Yeah.
why did you do it? Is it something you just wanted to do to kind of start to
Yeah.
showing people what you got?
It's mostly about like trying to meet new people and stuff because like I was in high school during the time and like even though like I didn't have any friends per se, I just kind of like enjoyed like being around other people.
Hmm.
Like with like I guess like kind of like osmosis per se for like enjoying people,
Did
being
you
around other people.
Were you the type of person that joined the conversation, started the conversation, or did you kind of listen and try to work your way into the conversation?
Wait, can you repeat that?
I said,
Sorry.
were you the type of person that started the conversation, listened to the conversation, or did you kind of try to go in from the outside and work your way into the conversation when you were in high school?
Uh, I'm most likely like the second one,
Mm.
cause even though like I kind of would sometimes like start a conversation, I'm most likely the second one,
Mm.
just because of the fact like like most of the time in my high school, they're like they have like their own cliques pretty much, and I'm
Right.
like the only person who's just like they're doing their own thing.
Well, I mean, individuality in at that age is not easy to come by, and it doesn't always mean you're going to fit in with somebody. But later on in life, you realize it was a good thing.
Yeah.
And I always thought that you mentioned someone with a disability being yourself. I've always had the belief, especially recently, that people are kind of the triumph of their surroundings, and they're not defined by their surroundings. And I
Mm.
hear and talk to more people who are able to use VTubing as a way to express themselves, even if they don't have the physical ability to do so.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the case with you right now?
Yeah, of course, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. And what are the things that you really want to do with your channel at the moment?
Um, I guess I'm gonna try and like okay, so there's this I want to try and make not anime and music videos per se, but like like I want to try and make like music videos that have like life, but it's just like there's still images.
Hmm.
Like like I want to try and make like really good music videos through like my covers and stuff.
Hmm. Have you been
I want
doing
to try and make covers.
Have you been doing covers yet?
I've been practicing. I've been practicing.
Uh, well, I wish you luck on that. I personally haven't hit a note on purpose since 1984.
Oh.
And when the voice started to change, it was all over with at that point. It's
uh,
it's all over the place. I think I've
oh.
always thought it was very courageous for someone to be able to go out and express themselves that way, kind of put themselves out in front of the public and not so much worry about what they're going to get back feedback wise.
Mm, yeah.
That's something. Did you sing when you were younger? Is that something you always
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
do?
Yeah, I was like in middle school music class when I was in middle school.
Hmm. And that's something that you kind of always wanted to do is be a musical artist.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, did you take any more music lessons once you got out of school?
Not really, no.
No, it's the self-taught method. You're gonna come out and show people what you got right away. But you said you're
Yeah.
practicing. So is this where you're recording and listening back and then recording again and listening back? How obsessive are you with that?
I mean, not really. Like I do rap, but it's mostly just like, hey, do it in one take. You should be good. Uh,
Yeah. Well, I can understand that, and I hope that everything goes great with you as far as that goes. Because again, to me, that's a sort of extra artistry that people really have to have a backbone to get into. And I never,
mm,
when I was in radio, I spoke to thousands of people at a time on occasion. I knew they
mm.
were out there, but I didn't see them, and I didn't always get the immediate feedback. With what you're planning to do here and with your channel, you have the potential to reach everybody around the planet. And that to me takes some courage.
Yeah.
Where did you ever now do you ever think about that when you're on streaming?
A little bit, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's like I gotta keep it realistic because sometimes it's like, you know, it's like yeah, like I know I could try and like I don't know. Sometimes I do, but it's like, you know, it's like it takes a lot of work and sometimes, you know, like I have like even though I do have mental disabilities, it's like even though I should rephrase it, hold on.
No worries.
Uh,
It
even though like I do have a lot of, even though I do put a lot of effort into this, it's just that sometimes I can't like, you know, keep it like consistent, like how most other people do.
well, it is it is a you're still putting yourself out there for people,
Yeah.
and it's tough sometimes when you don't necessarily get immediate positive feedback. But you've done it here for a couple of years now, and you keep it going. Tells me you got a pretty good backbone behind you.
Yeah.
You're you're gonna keep going no matter what at this point.
Yeah.
Well, it's and what would you consider being successful at VTubing at this point for you?
I guess maybe like a Twitch affiliate because I was close to getting Twitch affiliate, but because of some situation I had in my personal life, I had to end up stop streaming for like a month, and I was and I lost like the chance to get affiliate. I'm trying to work on getting back to that, but then I decided, you know what? I should start a YouTube so that I could get more people to come to my streams.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm kind of surprised that more people don't do that because it really seems that that would be a good way to kind of market and advertise what you're doing and draw people in. Since you're not really advertising your channel per se, but you are doing that and showing them what's going on by putting something up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it? Well, did you want to do the VTubing first, or did you want to do YouTubing first?
Um, I kind of just want to do like I guess I kind of want to like try it like now what I'm doing is like I kind of want to do like YouTubing first with like my I guess with like my voice kind of, and then like sometimes I would just go onto stream and then like just do my VTuber avatar.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, just
where did you get your avatar from?
oh, so the first one I believe it was like the first one I made like a long, long time ago. I don't know if I have the picture, probably not, but it was like made in like Gotcha Studio, I believe, and then I edited it in Photoshop so that she could blink and have like her mouth move.
Hmm.
Second one I made in like VRoid. I think you could see it in like in my profile picture.
Hmm. Yeah, it's in there. And uh,
Yeah.
did you enjoy making it? Was it a time-consuming type of
It,
thing?
I mean, I liked it. I
Hmm.
like making it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked the effort I put into it.
Is that something you're going to try and keep tweaking on as you continue your career?
Yeah, well, yeah. And then like the third one I have on stream, the my friend Casey actually made. It's a PNG tuber. I'm gonna try and improve on that too.
There's so many aspects that you can do, so many things you can do with your VTubing channel. As you mentioned, I just saw you doing the gaming, and you mentioned you want to do some music on it as well. Are we going to
Yeah.
see a sort of a karaoke type stream from you?
I mean, possibly, yeah. I just got to get like okay, so here's the thing, voice meter. I was trying to get voice meter working yesterday, but like even though it did work for like isolating my voice, the fucking YouTube thing,
Right.
it just didn't want to separate from my mic. So it ended up streaming my music onto the Discord too. So
Yeah.
I
Eh,
need to learn how to do voice meter.
Yeah, I'm still working on Audacity. I've got sometimes my levels are all over the place. It's a
Yeah.
little like what we used to use in radio, but not to the point where it's something that I can pick up right away. So little
Yeah.
scuffy here and there, but we're getting through. But
Yeah.
I imagine
Oh,
when you're going into it right off the bat, you're really learning from scratch on your own. But sooner or later,
yeah.
you're gonna know it inside and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a big problem for you at all. Now, what
Mm.
about collaboration? Have you been able to do much of that?
Um, I've been once, yeah, it's once in a while, yeah, but like I had to, but like you know, it's like I could do it like once in a while, like if I like vibe with the person or like if it's a game I like,
Right.
you know, it depends.
Is it
Most of the time, it's like, eh,
is it tough to find the right person to do it and to find the right person that
yeah,
you trust with it? Because it is your channel, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, pretty much,
You don't want to you don't have somebody on there that not only do you not kind of mesh with, but maybe somebody who's a little more adult than you would be mostly, or has a different type of outlook as far as their audience is concerned.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
That would has it been tough for you to find that type of person?
Uh, a little bit, yeah.
Mm. What's been the biggest struggle to reach out to somebody or to find the person in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, I can just both ways, kind of. I imagine the
Yeah.
it's becomes a situation too of trust, and I see people really trying to do that in the new year, trying to get more people on. They're kind of shooting a shotgun approach where they're firing out to everybody. They may get some people that don't work out very well, and now you've ruined two streams.
Yeah.
And some of you certainly don't want to be in the future. What do you have coming
Yeah.
up on your channel? Are you going to continue playing
Um,
with Left 4 Dead, or do you have other games planned?
oh, so, currently for my YouTube, I'm currently editing my first VOD I have for
Hmm.
my re-debut.
Hmm.
So, so because my friend currently was at the time currently making like my PNG model, I was kind of like, oh shit, what should I do? Like, oh shit, I need to still work on I need a model to debut with. So I literally took a PNG of a frog character of a frog like of a character from a show I liked,
Right.
and threw him onto like and threw him onto like a PNG tuber. I think it was like Vito Mini or whatever.
Hmm.
It's not PNG Tuber Plus, but it's like one of those little extra programs or like one of the other programs that's for like PNG YouTubers. And then I just played Assassin's Creed. So I still played. So I played that for my first stream, and then I'm gonna still try edit that, and then possibly I'm I think I'm just mostly just gonna focus on YouTube
Yeah,
mostly.
yeah, and then maybe kind of bring at. Are you gonna try to bring people from Twitch to YouTube or YouTube to Twitch, or kind of
YouTube
do?
to Twitch.
Yeah,
It's just both ways.
yeah. Well, it's nice to
Yeah.
have both available because some things, frankly, will work better on Twitch than YouTube, and some things the other way around.
Yeah.
And choosing to be able to do that, that's how you expand your audience and get back up to that status you were so close at before. It was
Yeah.
that frustrating coming back and almost having to start from scratch again.
A little bit, but I'll get through it.
Well, I mean, you were there before. You know how to get there.
Yeah.
So it's a question of getting there again and going from that point and continuing to adapt, adopt, and improve, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Sounds to me like you've got some goals in mind and you got the wherewithal to do it.
Yeah, it's just like, back in high school, I used to go to like a video editing program
Hmm.
that my high school used to have. But yeah, it's been a while since I even learned how to use a video editing program. That's like the big problem.
Yeah, I actually went to college, community college, and we did the old television editing, and
Yeah.
it was on reel-to-reel tapes
All
that
right.
that were an inch to an inch and a half wide, and I tell
All
you,
right.
it took forever back
Wow.
then. I mean, you had cut and paste. You literally had to cut the tape and stick them together with other tape. It took
Wow.
a long time, and it wasn't that long after that we had some digital recording, and it was a lot easier for us then. But oh boy, I don't even know how they did it back in the '70s.
Wow.
That was a long time ago. Now that's ancient history. I can't even tell you kids about this stuff. what,
Uh,
what the rotary phone? What the heck is that? Um, but the technology has improved to the point where, and when I started in radio, I couldn't even talk to you at this quality. The quality wouldn't have been as good. We have been over an old landline telephone line, and
yeah.
we could only go for a certain long time because it would cost $1 million a second to do the
Yeah.
telephone call. How when you got into this and started doing the VTubing and realized just how worldwide your reach was, uh, did that kind of get to you a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. When I looked at my stats, I realized like, oh wow, when I looked at my stats, I realized, oh wow, like most of my stuff's like, in like I guess like Eastern countries, like like in like Europe, I guess. Yeah, like Europe, most of it's like in Europe and then like some of it's in like Asia. I was like, oh wow, that's neat.
Yeah, you can. It's like you can actually go to these places without actually going to these places,
Yeah.
and being able to work with people soon, you'll get a kind of a go-to group of friends who will be all over the planet that you can collaborate with.
Yeah.
Now that would be really something. That
Yeah.
would be an amazing thing to do. I know on this show we've been able to talk with folks from around the world, and I'm just even as an old man, I'm thrilled by it. But it's got to be amazing for you younger folks to do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I what is going on next up for you? We're going to have this up and on the website here very soon. What is next for Sato?
Well, I'm currently trying to I've been trying to like make a lore video for like I'm trying to like storyboard a lore video
Hmm.
and I'm trying to learn I guess like 3D animation like I guess through Gmod
Hmm.
'cause like I've been trying to like I know this is gonna sound stupid but like
No, go
I've been
ahead.
trying to like learn how to like do Gmod videos like learn how to like animate in Gmod
Hmm.
so that I could like do like 3D action scenes properly,
I don't think that's.
pretty much.
I think that's amazing that you're able to do something like that. I don't.
Yeah.
If I had if I had the youth behind me to learn something like that, I certainly would. There's nothing to that at all. Now, you're going to take that and continue to grow your channel, and I imagine it's kind of an experience where you're kind of growing yourself too. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's got to feel good to know that you're able to put something out there that people enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna hear more from Sato as it goes on. We'll catch up with you again. When is your? You said you got a re-debut coming up. When's that gonna happen?
I'll probably announce it sometime like I'm thinking like it's either later this year or probably next year. I'm not sure yet because it's look, I take my time with it. I usually take my time with this stuff.
Well, whenever it does happen, you let us know, and we'll get you back on
I
again,
will.
and
Of course.
we'll pre-debut your debut. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll get you on
Thank you
again.
so
Hey,
much.
thank you for coming on. And for folks who
Hmm.
want to hear more of what Sato's got going on, see what she's got going on, we have the links here down below on the website. Sato, thanks for being our guest.
Of course. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.